Hey guys, Will Dano here. Recently, I made a video on the Canon R5, but soon after that, the A7S III got announced. And so today I'm gonna bring you up to speed in case you haven't already looked into it. The A7S III fixes a huge number of problems from the previous A7S II and the A7 III. This won't be a full review because, for one, I don't actually have the camera, but I'll try to go over as much as possible in the shortest amount of time. Number 1, the A7S III shoots at much higher bit rates now, going all the way up to 4K 10-bit 422 internally at 120 frames per second. Externally, it'll be able to record 16-bit 4K RAW up to 60 frames per second with autofocus and no crop. That's an insane bit rate for a mirrorless camera. Number 2, Sony also claims 15 plus stops of dynamic range when filming an S-Log 3, which is cinema camera level dynamic range. Number 3, it has an articulating screen and a revamped menu system. The screens and the menus will also be touchscreen enabled, unlike the other Sony cameras, making the camera way easier to use and get accustomed to. Number 4, it barely overheats, even when recording at really high resolutions and bit rates. Technically, it can overheat, but it takes way more recording time to make it overheat than the competition, namely the R6 and R5. There's a lot of tests on it on YouTube already. There's a lot of people who have shot 4K 120 frames per second internally for hours out in the sun, and they don't really get any warnings for overheating. So it's definitely promising, although it's not 100% perfect, which is kind of understandable given the size and the price range of the camera. Number 5, the low light capabilities are even better than the previous A7S II or A7 III. It's pretty much usable in all low light situations. Number 6, they give you the option to either use CF Express Type A cards or SD cards, depending on what kind of bit rates and resolutions you want to shoot on. And the great thing is, fast Sony SD cards will be able to record most of the bitrate options that are in the camera, so it's not 100% necessary to buy CF Express cards. There are only 2 slots, but in each of the slots you have the option to put in an SD or a CF Type A. There are a lot more updates that I just can't fit into one video, but I'm happy to say that this camera definitely did not disappoint and will be great competition against the Canon lineup. Alright, I hope this was informative. I'd love to see your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you with the next one.